Picture this, a shaggy, prehistoric giant stomping through the Arctic, looking vaguely confused because the Ice Age packed up and left 10,000 years ago. Scientists, in their infinite wisdom and ever-growing desire to play Jurassic Park with nature, want to bring back the woolly mammoth. Not a clone, mind you, more of a Frankenstein's monster stitched together from elephant DNA and whatever scraps of mammoth they can scrape out of permafrost. And the best part, they claim it'll save the planet. Yes, the mammoth is now a climate warrior. The idea is that these woolly tanks will trample down snow, helping to keep permafrost frozen so it doesn't burp up methane and accelerate global warming. Because, of course, the best way to fix the mess we've made of the climate is by resurrecting something from the Pleistocene. The logic here is like saying, "Oh no, my house is on fire. Quick, fetch me a saber-toothed tiger." Now, before we get too caught up in the romance of a real-life Ice Age reboot, let's talk about the little ethical hiccups. First, there's the matter of actually making a mammoth. Since we can't just defrost one like a woolly TV dinner, scientists plan to edit the genes of an Asian elephant, the mammoth's closest living relative, until it's hairy enough to qualify as a functional mammoth. This means playing genetic Jenga with a living species until they end up with something that looks the part, but is, biologically speaking, a bit of a chimera. And how do they bring this brand new creature into the world? Well, by using an Asian elephant as a surrogate. You know, the highly intelligent, emotionally complex, and endangered animal that we should probably be focusing on saving rather than forcing into a prehistoric maternity ward. Let's not forget that cloning and gene editing have a spectacularly high failure rate, meaning a lot of elephant mothers would go through painful, unsuccessful pregnancies just so we can have a handful of confused, shaggy mutants wandering around Siberia. But let's assume, through some scientific miracle, that a few of these woolly wonders make it past infancy. What then? Will they slot neatly back into the Arctic like an old VHS tape? Probably not. The world they left behind is long gone. The mammoth steppe, the vast, grassy plains they once roamed, doesn't exist anymore. Today's Arctic is a soggy, moss-covered expanse that doesn't exactly scream mammoth buffet. So unless they develop a taste for tundra sludge, their diet might need some human intervention. Nothing says rewilding like a bunch of scientists following a herd of confused mammoths with a food truck. And let's not even get into the possibility that they become an invasive species. Imagine the headlines. Siberia overrun by genetically engineered mega-elephants, scientists shocked. What happens if they thrive a little too well? Do we suddenly have to cull them? Will there be a mammoth hunting season? Someone somewhere is already picturing a mammoth burger food chain, and that's a little unsettling. But let's take a step back. The whole point of this woolly resurrection project is to combat climate change, right? Here's a thought. What if, instead of playing God with extinct megafauna, we focus on saving the species that are currently teetering on the brink? The Arctic already has herbivores like bison, reindeer, and musk oxen, all of which could use some help. Maybe we should try not bulldozing their habitats before we start importing Ice Age curiosities. In the end, resurrecting the woolly mammoth is like ordering a dinosaur on Wish. It's fun to imagine, sure, but it's also ethically murky, scientifically shaky, and ecologically questionable. It raises more problems than it solves and distracts from the urgent need to fix the mess we're already in. But hey, if the goal was to generate hype, sell some sci-fi dreams, and make a few tech billionaires feel like they're living in a Michael Crichton novel, then mission accomplished. Cheers.